Forward, 6'8", number 2, Cameron Johnson. Guard, 6'5", number 26, Spencer Dinwiddie. At center, 6'11", number 33, Nicholas Claxton. At guard, 6'6", number 1, Mikal Bridges.
And we are glad you could join us for this special coverage of the NBA preseason. A great chance to look at the year ahead. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Look at the 76ers starting group. The forwards, Harris and Tucker. Harden out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Embiid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Brooklyn, we've got Nicholas Claxton. Johnson is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. And even though these games don't count in the standings for guys in the roster bubble, Clark, these games mean everything.
You know, it's important for the team, too. I mean, sometimes you're forced to go deep into your reserves. You need guys that can help win your games when you call on them.
And Tucker kicks to Harden. Driving inside. And the basket is good.
It doesn't really matter if you body hard enough. He's committed to scoring the basketball, and his concentration allows him to do so.
Dinwiddie against Harden from 11 feet away. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
For 3, it's hauled in by Claxton.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. A special move before the shot.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Maxey against Bridges. Harden looking it over. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harris passes to Embiid.
How about Joel Embiid? A high-risk, high-reward pick turns into a superstar.
Yeah, that's well said, Greg. I mean, he sat out 2 years before even seeing the NBA court. Sustained a foot injury before being drafted. Persevered through that. And is now one of the most dominant big men and players in the game.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, Clark, even with all their roster movement, all the player moves they've made, the 76ers have managed to have sustained success.
You know what, Kevin? I agree. Their roster has gone through a lot of changes recently with key players being moved, which makes it even harder to sustain success. But they found a way to keep winning. Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Bridges outside. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And Johnson with the stop.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Embiid. And Tucker has it in the corner. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid.
Hey, one of the strongest part of Tucker's game is knocking down that three-point shot. He doesn't need much space to get it off.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Bridges outside. It's stolen by Harris. Bridges with the steal. Dinwiddie outside. Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Claxton. Tries again, and it's good on the way up.
Really good pass from Finney-Smith. He understands that you can't squeeze that orange if you got somebody ready to catch and shoot.
Here's Harden. Drives to the hoop. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
A crossover, and he drops that one in.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Dinwiddie against Harden. Embiid sets the pick for Harden. Popped up there for Embiid. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And Embiid has a really high basketball IQ, superb at recognizing when to leap for the alley-oop jam.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 1. Back to Bridges. Sinks the three-pointer. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now, here is Harden. Buries it down low. Harden's got 6 points. And the Nets decide to take their first time out here.
Turn it up, Nets fans, for your Brooklyn Nets.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Simmons checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Walker comes in for Johnson. And Thomas subbed in for Bridges. Oubre's checked in for the 76ers. Patrick Beverley comes in for James Harden. .107 left to play in the first quarter. On the wing, Walker. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it wasn't.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
That free throw, no good. Early 2023 saw Cam Thomas just erupt as a scorer, Greg. We were talking about it every game. A guy who was ready to break out.
And Kevin, I like using the word ready because he was given an opportunity and took it. And he showed us all what a productive machine he could be.
And GA, this Nets team, kind of slim on the interior, don't you think? How can they be most effective?
Well, you've got to press that advantage as far as quickness and get out and run and challenge opposing bigs to cover you in space.
Thunderous throwdown that time from Joel Embiid.
And Simmons kicks to Walker. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. 4 on the shot clock. Can't hit from in close.
And not allowing the shooter an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Nets lead by 1 and will return shortly. Thanks again for tuning in as we get going once again with our coverage of the NBA preseason. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Nets.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Thomas is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Walker. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's O'Neal in at the power forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now Harden after Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. Now Walker, nothing on the board. Bridges misses. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. The NBA, of course, is so loaded it's not easy to come out on top. Joel Embiid said, for us to be able to win, we need to try to be perfect. I need to play at the highest level possible. Our shooters and defense have to do their job. It's tough, but it's fun. I guess you have to enjoy the journey as well, Kevin.
Yep, the journey, right, David, is the reward. That's for sure. Dave, thanks. That one goes. Count it. And we see players sometimes, Greg, after a change of venue, they change teams, suddenly taking the next step. What can key that lead?
Kevin, it's not all just opportunity and fit. I think there can be a mental component as well. A fresh start can give you a blank canvas to try new things.
Here's Melton after the made shot from Kelly Oubre. Harden the pass to Reed. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Reed's got the lead up to 3 now for Philadelphia.
Love how aggressive Harden is in the pick and roll. Exceptional at shooting and passing after getting the screen.
Outside, O'Neal. Thomas against Melton. Thomas passes to Bridges. Goes back up. Knocked loose.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Nice move. Harden kicks to Oubre. The pass to Melton. Harden outside. Reed a screen on Walker. Harden the pass to Oubre. Hands it from downtown. Now it's a 6-point 76ers lead.
All the talk is about Harden scoring, but I tell you what, he can dish that rock too.
Boy, Brooklyn GA did all they could to assemble a championship team, and look what happened.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, you take your swings in this league, and sometimes it works. Sometimes you have to retool, and they still have some good players to build around.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me. Not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Simmons. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for O'Neal. Cameron Johnson's checked in for Lonnie Walker. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Bridges. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Get loud, fans. On the court.
And the 76ers making a change here. Harris is checked in.
First in free throw shooting. And they were third in terms of opponent scoring per game. Other teams had a hard time handling the intensity they displayed defensively.
And Greg, that 3-point percentage you talked about made them one of the hardest matchups in the league. They could do damage from all over the court. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
Second quarter.
Johnson kicks to Dinwiddie. The Nets working the ball around now. Back to Claxton. Just 5 to shoot. And the basket by Thomas.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Philadelphia leading by 6. Embiid with the screen on Dinwiddie. It's Harden with the drive. Here's Embiid. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
and typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Dinwiddie for three. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. And now just a 3-point 76ers lead. Dinwiddie against Harden. Kicks to Tucker. Now here's Maxey. He's tightly guarded. Popped up there for it. Embiid climbs the ladder, if that's even possible.
Pick and roll comes fairly easily to Embiid, taking what the defense gives him. He's a pretty intelligent baller.
55 seconds left in the first half. Outside Thomas. Takes it inside. Softly drops in the floater. Thomas got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Harden bounce pass. Maxey finds Harden. Tucker a screen. Takes it off the glass. Harden's got 8 points.
Harden's ball handling is absolutely off the chain insane. I mean, easily carving up the defense. Superb control. Got it on the string.
Now, here's Thomas. He has 6, and there it is for him.
Just too good a player to leave open.
The 76ers leading by 3. Here's Harden. 8 points for him. Down low. He's looking for Tucker and finds him, and it's in there. He's got 5.
Tucker doing a nice job getting it done from there.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. 76ers on top, leading by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Hey, James, we know that scoring seems to come easy for you. How do you create that mentality out there?
I just like to have fun. You know, it's all for the kids. It's all for the fans. You know, I think that's what we're here for. And so, you know, guys just go out there and compete, have fun, and just play hard.
My family doesn't think it's all for the kids, but I appreciate your sentiment. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Hey, folks, let's get right to it. How about James Harden? He's having himself a game.
Keeps the defense guessing. Give him space. He'll hit the shot. You double him, oh, he'll find an open man. That kind of dual threat ability makes it tough for the defense to take anything away.
And changing gears now, looks like we've got some great... That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
NBA preseason action underway once again. Glad to have you with us. Nets trail by 5. And, Greg, while the Sixers have been effective time and again, they've been unable to get past the conference semifinal.
Where they bowed out in 5 of the last 6 years, but you go back, they haven't made it any further since Allen Iverson led them to the finals back in 01.
So on the floor for Philadelphia. In the post, it's Tucker and Embiid. Maxey out there with Harden. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. Tucker with the ball, defended by Dinwiddie.
Well, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Spencer Dinwiddie has talked about buying into his role. He says you have to have confidence that's borderline irrational, but a perspective that's very realistic. You've got to know who you are. Kevin, he adds that he's not attempting to be a Mount Rushmore type guy, but a talented player who can help a winning team.
That's a good perspective, David. Thanks for the story. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Bridges. Now, here's Tucker. He has 5. On the wing, Harden. Defended by Bridges. Back to Harden. Tries it from the top of the key, and that one drops. Harden's got 10 points in the game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Bridges kicks to Dinwiddie. And the rejection by Embiid.
Don't test Embiid now. An impact defensive player is what he is.
Harden outside. Feeds to Embiid. Back to Harden. The 76ers need to get off a shot. A nice shot by Tucker.
This is a shot Tucker has in his bag. The defense has to know that.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. 8-point game. Timeout called the Nets. And as James Harden has gotten older, Clark, he's made it clear he wants to contend for titles.
And that's a typical progression for a player. You can't blame him. I mean, he's done just about everything you can do individually. He's aware of the fact that a championship would add to his career immeasurably.
D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Maxey.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Dinwiddie. A very nice season for him last year. He averaged about 17 points a game last year, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. And really, he sets the table for this team with his playmaking.
Unselfish, at times to a fault. He just makes everybody around him better.
Now, here's Melton. Still scoreless. 76ers moving the ball around. Embiid finds Melton. Now Embiid. Claxton covering. Melton with the ball. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Nets will get a change here. Thomas is checked in.
Number 24, Cameron Thomas.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. He's coming off an excellent season. And he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And his unmatchable instincts for scoring the basketball. That's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him. And you can't even really contain him. Now, here is Harden. He's got 10. Pass to Melton. Here's the 3. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 8th assist in the game.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Harden against Dinwiddie. .119 left in the third. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Now the 76ers with it. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Harden, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 8. Dinwiddie wide open, and he's good on the 3-ball. Dinwiddie's got 12 in the game.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
46 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's Harden with the drive, and they're great at both ends, but the Sixers offense, Greg, the Sixers offense is elite.
And it all starts with Joel Embiid feasting inside and at the free throw line. And his teammates reap the benefits as well with wide open shots on the perimeter.
From a 6th man of the year to MVP, James Harden has had a lot of different roles in the NBA, and he's excelled at every one of them.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Simmons checked in for Nicholas Claxton. O'Neal comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Walker's checked in for Johnson. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Dinwiddie.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Thomas, no good.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Harden against Bridges. to the left side wing. 5 on the clock. The 3 from Harden, who scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Walker with his screen for Simmons. For the 3.
A pest on the defensive end. Melton uses his speed, toughness, and intelligence to just make you uncomfortable.
And so it's Philadelphia. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Always a joy to get a sneak peek of the NBA season ahead as we get back to the action. O'Neal is out there with Ben Simmons. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Walker. And it's Thomas in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for the 76ers. Nets trail by 13. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
You know, Simmons is a platinum-level passer, and he has a really good understanding of when his teammates are open.
Over in the corner, Beverly. Shoots over Bridges. Here's Bamba. Plays it up and banks it in. Bamba's got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers.
Good position that time around the bucket, and when Bamba does that, he's hard to stop.
Walker in the post. He's guarded by Melton. Thomas passes to Walker. Bridges sets the screen for Walker. Looking for Bridges. He gets it there.
And on the slam, Bridges using the vertical to finish strong before the D can contest.
In the corner, Harden. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Again, Philadelphia.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Bridges shot, good.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Timeout called the 76ers.
Attention fans, now on the court is your home squad. Get loud.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Ben Simmons. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Royce O'Neal. Cameron Johnson's checked in for Walker. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Cameron Thomas. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Mohamed Bamba. P.J. Tucker comes in for Oubre. Harris is checked in for Melton. And Maxey subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. Told them, pedal to the metal. Adding, we're ahead out here, but it's not over yet. Start celebrating in your head when there's work to be done on the floor. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Finney-Smith, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Finney-Smith has a clear understanding of his role in this offense, including when to take charge and draw fouls.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And another thing, the defense didn't clog the lanes. They took full advantage with their ability to attack the paint on a lot of those possessions.
Now here's Harden. And there's the drive. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
All Harden needs is a little separation. Once the screen comes his way, he's looking to pull up.
Dinwiddie kicks to Finney-Smith. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist in this one. Harden outside. Popped up there for Embiid. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
And it all had to be, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
Here's Dinwiddie after the made shot from Joel Embiid. The 3 from Johnson. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. Now, here is Harden. Claxton covering. It's deflected. Bridges with the steal. Knocks it loose. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Tucker finds Embiid, and they double up Embiid. Bridges against Maxey. Shot clock at 6. Misses off the right iron.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Steps back and shoots. And again, it's the Nets missing. And so Harden will bring it up for Philadelphia. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the 76ers.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for James Harden.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
First one falls for him.
And a talented swingman. Bridges is someone to keep an eye on as he continues to round out his game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Royce O'Neal comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Walker's checked in for Johnson. And Thomas subbed in for Dinwiddie. Now here's Beverly. And he lobs it up toward the rim. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Simmons inside. He's against Bamba. And the Nets miss again.
You know, with Melton, you get a lot. You get floor spacing, steals. He can play both guard positions. And he's a good rebounder for his size, too.
Anthony Melton. Yeah, the line with 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes the first, but misses the second. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. And O'Neal with the basket on the assist by Thomas.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, James. You have seen every type of defense from opponents over the years. What do you enjoy about that back-and-forth challenge?
Just every single game I'm trying to figure out what they're doing and how can I be aggressive and attack it. You know, I love playing a game of basketball. I love, being crafty and just trying to compete at a high level every single night. You know, it takes a lot, but I'm built for it, and I'm going to just continue to keep going.
Well, you won the chess match tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that concludes this inaugural preseason game. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now, let's check out our New Balance player of the game, James Harden.